Star Report. I'm your host, Star. Welcome to the show. Folks, we are in the middle of a storm here in Stone Harbor, New Jersey, and other places in the New York tri-state as well. So we may have issues with the power, okay? But anyway, let's get down to business, all right? The race war has begun. Yes, the race war has begun, okay? It's online. We've got drones now. We've got people getting shots due to a pandemic. So everybody's online partaking. I have been busy all day, trolling and texting, doing all sorts of crazy stuff. And so have you, all right? Montgomery, Alabama, there's a lot going on still. There are several arrest warrants issued by the mayor. They're saying justice will come to that particular area. The brawl, you've seen it. Sadly, let me not say sadly. Again, we're all sadly excited about what we saw, So let's not act like, it's such a horrible thing. There's even been a reenactment video that I saw earlier today, making a comedy out of this, okay? Also, Tory Lanez, his sentencing was supposed to happen today. It has been delayed until tomorrow. I'm not sure what happened. I was trying to stay in the loop, but I do know that his father was pleading for mercy, okay? Fellas, let's not, just want Tory Lanez to get a light sentence. He's been convicted. He shot Megan Thee Stallion. Yes, he did. And he's been doing the most, as we all know, on social media, putting out music, clowning the situation. Now his father's begging for mercy. They're talking about Tory needs to go to a substance abuse facility, and can he get out on probation? I say no. I'll even put the FBA, Foundational Black American, mix in there. He shot this girl from the South. He's not even from America. I think he should do 5 years. What say you, okay? Troll babies, good evening. Okay, can you guys hear me? Spelling okay? We had issues earlier. I had to restart the stream. And then, Rory, are you calling in? Mofax wants back on this line tonight. And Deeds said there's a heavy rainstorm where she is as well, okay? All right, also, Richard Sherman will be joining Skip Bayless via Undisputed If You Care. Now, I know that Lil Tucci, a.k.a. Lil Wayne, is going to be joining Skip Bayless on Fridays. I'm not interested in that. I have to say, Lil Wayne, great guy, great rapper. Some would say top 10. The newer generation, they would say top 10, I'm sure. Met him twice. Very respectful to me, but I'm just not trying to see Lil Wayne on Undisputed, if at all. Okay. All right, let me get myself situated here. Wow, crazy trying to get the show started here earlier today. Had to restart, and hopefully we can have a smooth run this evening, okay? All right, so the Montgomery, Alabama massive brawl and the fallout and let me start right here. Social media is allowing the hatred of mankind to be exposed. Now, racism is always going to be here. We've had that conversation before. Racism is always going to be in America, built on a foundation of racism and capitalism, a beautiful system. But now, is there a lesson to be learned here? Is there a teachable moment? How do we move forward in society? I'm not joking about the race war aspect of this. People are sides by way of races, even though race is a social construct, cultures, status. Supposedly, there was a Donald Trump rally less than 24 hours at that same area, within that area, prior to the brawl. Did you know that? Do you care? Okay. I voted for Trump twice. I will not be voting again. Okay. He's out of here. All right. And as I said, Tory Lanez's father, I do want to speak about him because I was waiting for the sentencing to come down today. Salute to Neek at Night on YouTube. She's doing great reporting journalism out there. Let's get to the phone lines before I have issues with the power again. Okay. Let's see if we can get some people to chime in and admit that you are taking part in a race war of sorts. 502, you there. Good evening, 502.
Hey, what's up, Star?
How are you, sir? Good evening. Monday night, were you partaking today? Were you doing the most on social media? Okay, his phone dropped out, not my system. I should be good, okay? As a matter of fact, Mo Fax, are you out there, sir? Are you ready? I'm live. Let me just text Mo Fax, guys, since he called me earlier and said he wanted to get back on the line. Rory, also, if you want to call in, a couple of people were in the comments of yesterday's show saying, where's Rory? Why doesn't he have anything to say about the brawl in Montgomery, Alabama? And I've got some other notes here with regards to the brawl. Hold on a second. I see the phones are lit up now. Okay, it took place Saturday night, in case you guys don't know. Nobody has been killed. You know, just a couple of people hit over their heads. Pow! I'm still laughing about that. With the chairs, I think that's Mo Fax. And, you know, nobody was stabbed. Some people were pushed in the water. I do want to say this, though. I need to say this. You know, there's a certain way that, let's keep it real, Caucasians speak to black people. And if you start that condescending, cynical thing, you know, stop it now. If you start ordering someone, a grown-ass man or a grown-ass woman, and then say, go home, leave. When you start that bullshit, yes, you get that work. Pow! And I think that's what happened, to be honest with you. Mo, is that you? Area code 919, Mo Fax. Good evening.
Yes, sir. How you doing, Star?
Mo, thank you for being patient. I'm in the middle of a storm here in New Jersey. Man, I'm not sure how it is where you are, but you reached out earlier. You said you wanted to get back on the line because, what, people got it twisted in the comments yesterday? What?
I want all the smoke. See, I said what I said, and I stand on what I say.
Okay.
And I've been here before on your show,
right,
as making hot takes or perceived hot takes. But then in the end, I'm right. I was here with Black Lives Matter when I said what I said about them,
right,
what I said about several situations. And as I want people to understand, I'm not an emotional person. I'm a highly logical person.
Okay. And
I don't operate out of emotions. And with this situation with the security guard, his job was to de-escalate situations as security. If you ever worked security, which I did in college,
okay,
your job is to de-escalate the situation. As you've seen from his body language, we can't hear what was said, but the body language, it was escalation. Does that justify him being attacked? No.
Okay.
But the question was, would I jump in? No, because I don't deal in non-constructive situations. I would have read that situation from long off and said, you know what? I need to move the other way. I sent you a video of an eyewitness, a woman that was recording, and she said she could tell they were about to fight from the way they were going back and forth. You see what I'm saying? So as a man, and this is what people don't understand, as being a man, a father of four, and we're saying a husband, I can't put myself in situations that's going to cost me everything over some dumb stuff. You see what I'm saying? So people may not see that from my perspective. I'll give them the opportunity to come get this smoke if they want some.
Okay.
They was talking crazy. They was talking crazy in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Drop some money on the line.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And call in.
Let's
and
go.
You can get it because
Cash App, Super Chat. Okay, but hang on, Mo. If I can chime in here, based upon my research, the black man who was getting jumped, violated, beat on, and disrespected, based upon my research, he was more than just a security guard. He was a boat captain. Unless people tell me I'm wrong, I saw that he was a boat captain. So he had the right to speak the way he spoke. Hey, get that out of here. It's a different level. He's not just some flunky running around in a goddamn a toy cop suit. Get that out of here. You know better, yada, 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 even though we couldn't hear what was said. And Deeds helped me out here. I thought he was a boat captain. So when he was violated, I have to applaud the people that jumped into the water, swam over there to then get involved. Now, I did say on yesterday's show, I would not just, pull out my gun and start ripping shots if I saw somebody getting beat on. But now having learned and done a little more research about who that guy was. Whoever jumped from the boat, and what was the name of the boat? I forget. Do you know, Mo, the name of the boat they jumped from?
The Harriet.
The Harriet. If they knew him and they knew his rank, so to speak, then I applaud them for jumping in the water. Hey, we gotta, we gotta get involved in this. Go ahead, Mo. You want to say what?
No. So all I'm saying is this: in any situation, you have to assess the situation as it is at the real time. That's what I was doing. Okay. And saying I was taught to move away from conflict like that. My father said, never run towards the fight, right. Go away from the fight. When it was fights in schools and everything else, that's what you were taught to do, because anybody could pull out, start shooting, right. Anything, and you caught right in the middle of it. So that's all I'm saying. But I got to put something on the table here, Star.
Come on.
If we had a race of people that would back us like Penny did in New York, where he choked that Michael Jackson out on the train and they put up $1 million, you know what I'm saying, for his defense fund and that sort of thing, it'd be different. But if it goes left, our people don't take care of each other. So I can't put what I have on the line for somebody random and my family be put out on the street and whatever else. And people can get upset about that. Okay. It is what it is, because I don't know if you know about Dr. Sifo Bennett down in Florida, but 2 white men harassed him. He went and tried to de-escalate the situation by going into the smoke shop. They still waited outside for him, came back. He came out, shot both of them, killing one and wounding the other, and now he's in jail.
Okay.
Guess what? He has a GoFundMe asking for $100,000. He hasn't cracked $2,000 yet. Okay. So a lot of people do a lot of talking about what they would have did, right. But when the rubber meets the road, they're not there to back our people. So that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
it's a lot of
Mo. Stay with me. I'm not rushing you off the line tonight, folks. Mo is going to be my co-host for as long as he wants to be on this line tonight. But I just wanted to say early here that I did do some research. Deeds, can someone check and confirm that man was the boat captain? Now, let me just say this, Mo, before I bring other folks in, and I'm going to Cash App. I see some folks already donating. Thank you. I have been known to crash out. I'm stupid. I'm no tough guy. So, and even though I don't do hypotheticals, I crash out. A lot of these people have to ask their subscribers and followers, should I crash out? What do you guys think? I just do it. Real niggas do real things. And I have to say again, if I knew that boat captain, and if he is indeed a boat captain, fuck it. I'll crash out, worry about all that extra shit later. Hang on a second, Mo. Spanky Big Head, I got your donation. Okay. Ooh, Star, where is that potato famine survivor? Rory, get that leprechaun on the fucking line. Folks, we going there tonight, okay? We're going there. It's late night. Spanky Big Head also says, Star, tell Mo Facts, stop the fucking, sentiment. Fuck out of here. Okay. Spanky, do you want to call in? Mo's on the line. Mo is not running. Mo wants to smoke. Okay. Tony B, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. That's a shrimp boat captain, Star. Mo is red pill. Okay, well, if he's a shrimp boat captain, he's a captain nonetheless. Goddamn. Let's bring a couple of calls in. We're gonna work this out here tonight. Area code 470. Good evening. Are you up to speed on the race war coming out of Montgomery, Alabama?
Good evening. Hey, how y'all doing?
Yes, sir.
Is my mic okay?
You're good, sir.
How you doing? This is the Wolf Man calling out the Southwest Atlanta. This is the Wolf Man.
Okay.
I'm calling with the smoke.
Let's go.
All right. I want to see a race war. Commence. I want to see white people running down on niggas via horseback, throwing nets out on niggas. I want to see black people running up in trailer parks. I want to see Mo Facts on the front line getting down for his crown. None of that pussyfoot and shit he was just talking about. Like, yo, if I see a black man get jumped, I'm not gonna do nothing. You sound like a nigga who voted for Bernie Sanders. You come on this line sounding like Killer Mike with all this we should trust in white people shit. I do not fuck with Mo Facts when it comes to that. And I respect you as a black man. Nonetheless, I'm not coming on this line to talk shit about you, boy. What you just said about not helping a black man after you see about 3 different paws and a George jumping on Damonte, you gonna sit back and just let that nigga just get his ass whooped? You the nigga that go to prison and get fucked, dog.
Mo, you have the floor.
So you
I mean, I'm still on the line, but if you want to respond,
okay,
go ahead.
sir, let Mo respond.
It
Stay
doesn't
there.
deserve a response, but you said you want to see a race war. You want to see our people with nets thrown on them, and then you want to criticize me. How crazy do you sound, sir? Are you prepared for a race war, sir? How much food do you have saved up? How much medicine do you have, sir? How many guns can you put inside of other black people's hands, sir? See, that's what I'm saying. Negroes talk a lot of talk, but the real ones don't got to do a lot of talk. We're prepared. We have food.
Right,
I got 3 refrigerators full of food. I have canned food. I have enough food to feed my family.
No. Sir, let Mo respond. Let Mo respond. Sir,
sir,
you spoke. Let him respond,
ahead,
sir. You spoke. Go ahead, Mo.
See, that's the problem. Right. You want our people to be on a dummy mission. Don't want our people to be on a dummy mission. I would never send anybody on a dummy mission. And the fact that I said I wouldn't jump in to help that man, because look, I don't know that man. Like Star said, he said if he knew that man, he would jump in. I don't know that man. I don't know the circumstances. What I do know is they were going back and forth with each other. The dude jumped in. The captain took his hat off and threw it like Bobby Schmurder, performing for the camera before he even got to scrapping. If you gonna get the business, get the business. Don't be putting on, I'm not performative. Here's the thing with that. See, a lot of black people.
Sir, can you stop exhaling your hookah? Hang on a second, Mo. Sir, can you stop exhaling your hookah? It's annoying. Just let's get the conversation out.
I'm sorry about that.
Go ahead, Mo.
No, I'm just saying they don't understand. I'm not performative. And one thing about it, I hear everybody talk about stay on code, and they never read Millie Fuller book. Millie Fuller says stay away from anybody that's non-constructive. That's the first rule of being on code. You see what I'm saying? So I hear a lot of people talk about being on code, and they don't even know what the hell the code is. Read a book first. You got anything else to say, sir?
Sir, you have the last word. Hang on.
Yeah, I would have one thing to the. I would like to respond to that. I did come off a little edgy because this is a moment I believe we are. They need to legalize some type of sport, like some type of race war sport, like a 5-on-5 bloody match to the end. Now
you're talking about a purge, sir. A purge is going to come at some point, but let's talk about what we have. I want to give you the last word. You got 20 seconds, please.
Okay.
20 seconds.
All right. I know you said you got about 3 refrigerators full of food. I can hear the high cholesterol in your voice, man. It sounds like you make a pork chop sandwich with mayo and mustard on that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I don't eat swine, sir. I don't eat swine.
You know, you leading black people down a road of high blood pressure with all this Bernie Sanders speech that you come on this line talking about. You know what I'm saying? You and Florida Boy JD's honey bun ass niggas. Man.
Okay, sir.
And that's
Can I say one more thing, Star?
All right, thank you, sir.
Can I say one more thing for the caller to get off the line?
Go ahead,
Mo.
Go ahead, Mo. Talk that shit.
See, you sit here talking about this Bernie Sanders and voting thing. This is where y'all black people got it messed up at. Y'all think the Democrat Party or whoever party is going to come take your back. A race war is just that, a race war. White on black.
Right.
White is going to click up with white and get rid of your black ass. Now, I'm done with you.
All right, sir, can you stay in touch via email? They're saying you should call back in. They're calling you Darth Vader. Stay in touch so I can know who you are. Okay?
Yeah. I'm the wolf man. I stay in touch with you. It's the wolf man.
All right, salute.
All right.
Okay, folks, late night with the bullshit. The Tory Lane sentencing has been postponed until tomorrow. So I started late. I'm in the middle of a storm still, but we are going to try and do this show here tonight about the race war. Hey, Mo, can I just put this on the table before we bring in more callers?
Sure.
I think that the race war will be a digital race war of sorts. Myself being a sci-fi reader and a lover for decades, just like AI is taking over jobs and things, and it's all, by way of algorithms and everything is automated now. I don't think that old race war with, saving food and water, I don't think none of that shit is going to matter. I think people are going to have to get busy, via social media. And I think that the heightened peek of what we see by way of this, what appears to be a small, fight, I think this is just the beginning. The next one, we're going to see bodies getting caught. What do you think? And the reality that it could just be all on social media. What do you think about that? Race war.
I agree with your take, and I think where we're at is in a racial Cold War right now.
Okay.
And it's playing out on digital platforms, just like when we were in the Cold War in the 80s and early 90s.
Right.
But what we have to be careful of is when you look at Rwanda, all it takes is them to start sending certain signals out saying harm your neighbor, like they did in Rwanda, and this thing can go left real fast.
Okay. That's
why I'm so passionate about this, because I don't think we're prepared. And people might be upset with me about saying this, but it's like being upset when a doctor says you have stage 4 cancer. Don't be mad at the doctor. You know what I'm saying? Do what you can do to survive.
Okay. Hang on a second, Mo. Some people are sending in donations. Thank you very much. Herbert Cloud, I got your donation. Life is what happens when you're bussy making other plans. Boss up and never feed the birds. If I understand you correctly, sir, I have to agree with you to some degree. Just, you're never going to be ready. People say, we're not ready. They're not ready. You're never going to be ready. You just got to crash out. I'm big on just crashing the fuck out. Do I have rounds of ammunition saved? Yes. Do I have canned goods and water? Yes, but I'm a stupid nigga and I don't give a fuck. When it's on, it's on. Let's bring in the area code 626. Good evening. We're talking about the race war. Is it up? Is it stuck? What say you?
Yo, stars, CVR the bar, they gave the back-to-back bomb.
CVR. They are coming for you in the live chat. They're saying, don't let that nigga talk for no more than 3 minutes. You have the floor, sir. Go ahead.
yo, I can say what I want, right?
Let's
Algorithm
talk.
good.
Let's talk crazy. Let's go.
Yeah. Word, okay. So I've just been going in today, actually, in regards to this whole, ethnic issues in the States. One of the main things about my channel is that, like, I talk a lot about this ad nauseum. And yeah, man, like, it's when it comes down to FBAs, now a lot of people really enjoyed what happened in Montgomery. Is like, this is a victory for FBA males because we never really click up or anything like that, right? But there's a bigger issue behind this. I really wouldn't say it's much of a victory because I was just in OKC like a couple weeks ago, and like security when it comes.
Okay, CVR, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Let's get to the goddamn Montgomery, Alabama brawl. Did you see it? What are your thoughts? What are you doing in the race war? It's up, my nigga. It's up. What are you doing?
Word. Okay. When it comes down to the race war, it's every person for themselves, especially if you FBA. Now, the tethers, they going to be going up against you. All the immigrants going to be going up against you. Everybody that's already around here going to be going up against you. The black man has no friends when it comes down if you born over here in the States like myself. It's going to be it's going to be tough.
Okay.
We're already 10% of the entire nation.
Any questions from Mo Facts? CVR, he's on the line. Mo wants to smoke. Do you disagree with Mo or anything, or you're good?
When it comes down to Mo Facts, I do gotta admit that, like, for example, I was at OKC a couple of weeks ago and I got accosted by Sambo Security. Same thing in Vegas a month ago. Sambo Security.
Thank you, CVR. I don't know what the fuck that nigga's on. Whew. Okay, hang on a second, Mo. Stay with me. Guys, Mo Fax is on the line tonight. He's co-hosting. Rory, where are you? Let's go. This ain't no time to be hiding. The Bussy Connoisseur, says Star. Can I be your expert correspondent in Bussy-related topics? I have superb taste and can give your audience compelling Bussy updates. Send me an email because Deeds and I were talking earlier. And we may come out with a Bussy t-shirt. We might just do it. If you guys buy it, a limited run, Okay, so email me. Let's see if you're really, about that, or you're just talking. I'm not going to say what the idea is. I gave Deeds an idea, and she laughed. We might come out with that tomorrow. Okay, Big Eye Key tapping in. Mo Bucks, a.k.a. Mo Buck Broken, a.k.a. Mo the Buck Dancing Southern Blank. If Pac was out there, he would have been throwing bows like he did in Georgia. Okay, any response to that? Mo Fax to Big Eye Key.
He's saying if Pac was out there, that's
Tupac.
Once again, we looking at celebrities, you know what I'm saying, as our gods, and that's wrong. No, I don't have really much to say about that. I mean, if you're looking at rappers.
Okay. Sam from Uniondale, do you want to call in? Guys, I want you to subscribe to Sam I Analyze on YouTube. Sam, do you want to talk about Richard Sherman joining Skip Bayless on Undisputed? If so, shoot me an email. Let's get you on the line, okay? Big Ike also says, more the type. Okay, he says more. He meant to say Mo, the type to leave you hanging when you getting jumped, talking about they ain't hit me. Scary niggas always talking about what if they shoot, LOL. Okay. Let's go back to the phone lines here. Area code.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing.
Go ahead, Mo.
I don't leave nobody hanging out. I made it very clear about who I would help and who I wouldn't help on the last show. So it's not about leaving somebody hanging. It's the fact that my people will leave me hanging if I put it all on the line.
Gotcha.
Like I said, Cypho Bennett, who is a non-FBA, but I still donated to his GoFundMe because he did the right thing when he was pressed. But guess what? $100,000, he ain't cracked $2,000 yet. So everybody do a lot of talking.
Heavy.
Okay, 470, you have to sit tight. I hope that's not the guy calling back. I'm sorry, Mo, go ahead. You were saying?
No, I said my people do a lot of talking, but when it's time to do the walking, everybody going to be standing on sidelines. Just like when them brothers get locked up down there, because they going to get locked up because it was two events that happened. It was the initial fight, and then the white people retreated to their boat, and that's when they saw the chairs and everything like that. You're going to see some heavy charges put on them brothers, you know what I'm saying, that was doing, you know what I'm saying, and that's doing the second event. So when they get locked up, I want to hear people call in and say how much they put on their bail or how much money they sent to their GoFundMe to supplement what they're going to lose when they sitting in jail.
Okay. And Mo, if memory serves me correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, you've never been arrested. You've never had the steel bracelets on your wrist, correct?
Not a day in my life.
Okay. Let's bring in area code 713. Is that my nigga Houston? 713.
Not a day in my life.
713. Turn that down in the background. You're doing too much. 713. Folks, we're going to get through this show tonight.
713.
Are you ready? Yes, no, maybe. We put you on hold. You're doing too much. Area code 502. Are you there? Good evening. 502.
Hey, Star, what's up, man? I want to apologize about my phone line earlier, man.
Okay, yeah, that was you who called in. Okay, so you're back on the line.
Yes, sir.
You're back on the line. You hung up. You were scared.
Yes, sir.
You were scared. Keep it real. We're talking about the race war, man. It's lit, yes. I mean, it's on social media. Nobody's going to be in the streets, gang, 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 pow, pow, pow. It's on social media.
I don't think that we're ready for a race war, not with the white man. I think that he has enough time on his hands and the resources to do a lot of damage to us. So I don't think we're organized enough for that. So I heard a caller say he thinks that we should have a race war. I don't think so, man. I think the only smoke that's ready for the white man will probably be the Asian, will probably be the Chinese man. I don't think that's a good idea. But I did see the fight in Alabama, though. So
I'm listening.
I'll say this: the young black guys didn't bring enough smoke for me, man. So when they end up rallying up and running up to the guys who were on the boat, I felt like they should have ran on the boat if they were that mad about it. If they were that mad, they should have got on that boat instead of standing back and sending punches from afar. You know what part I'm talking about, Star?
Yes, I saw every video that I could watch. I have formulated my opinion. I have an understanding of Alabama. You may or may not know, but I was there last year. I went to the Dexter Avenue King Church, so I've been to Alabama. I know the history. I salute the people who got busy. Sometimes you have to say, "Fuck it, we'll figure all this shit out later." Bow, 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 boom, boom, boom. And my mama's white, sir. I said yesterday I had an issue with that white woman being hit over the head, but you know what? She more than likely told that black guy something like, "You stop. Go sit down. Get out of here." What, bitch? Pow. Go ahead.
So, to me, I don't think the young black guys got busy enough because at the end, those young white guys still had enough faith in them to jump up and buck them at the end.
Okay.
But I do want to tip my hats off to the black women. They put in a lot of work. They was throwing women in the water, hitting women with chairs. They were handling a lot of business. But the young black guys didn't do good enough to me. But that's just me.
Sir, that was an older black man. Sir, that was an older black man who hit that white woman with the chair. That wasn't no young mammy.
No, there were no young mammies out there. All the older black women were older black women, aunties and grandmas and stuff.
Okay, well, you're trying to give credit to black women, but I'm just saying that the person who hit that white woman over the head with the chair, that was an older black man. Did you see that? Pow!
Yeah, and he's probably going to jail. He
don't give a fuck! What? Sir, he's in his 50s like me. We don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Nobody's scared to go to jail. So are you scared to go to jail? You scared?
Hell yeah, I'm scared to go.
Get your whole ass up off this line then, nigga. Just say you're scared. I ain't scared. I'm not trying to go to jail, but goddamn, when it's time to crash out, we crash out. Okay, Big Aki tapping in. Okay, he says, Big Aki, are you trying to spell Mo? You're spelling More. You say more sounds mad sassy when he says sir. And in the words of Star, if it's on, it's on. Fuck it, we dumbing it. We dumping it. Okay. Race war will turn into jihad. Okay. Oh, there he is. There he is. The white Denzel. Rory, turn that down in the background. I want to hear you. Fix that goddamn headset. What's up, man? Good to hear from you.
Yo, what's up?
Let's go.
I see Bubba Gump getting beat up. Bubba Gump on the shrimp boat getting beat up, and then I don't know. I gotta give it to the brothers, man. What you want me to say? You want me to sit up here and start lying? I gotta give it to the brothers. They got that one. You know, they got that one. When I seen the dudes jump into the river and start swimming, I said, "Oh shit, it's it now." They going crazy because you know the brothers can't swim for the most part. The brothers can't swim, so I'm like, "Oh, they're emotional." You know, they're not gonna let Bubba Gump get beat up like that, get jumped like that. So yeah, I gotta see though. You gotta give one to the brothers, man. They got that one. But I don't know why people think.
Hang on a second. Stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. You see, this is your moment right now, and you came through like I knew that you would, because you see, I know you and I know each other for years. You know, we're all racist, but you're not prejudiced. You say crazy shit like I say crazy shit, but you've got a good heart, and you do know that a lot of black people who listen to this show, they do support you. I give you props tonight, man. You're giving it up to the brothers, as you say. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll give it up to brothers. And you know what, Star, I gotta say, like, as I got a lot of black people in my life that I love too. I know their families. I know, you know, they're my friends. I know their kids. I know them. They know my mom. I know their mom.
Right.
The whole 9 yards. But the funny thing to me is that, like, a lot of people would think, like white people have some sort of camaraderie that we didn't like to see that, or like that was something that bothered us. Right. Yo, they're hillbillies. You talk about Alabama. The only thing those hillbillies and rednecks hate more than black people is northern white people.
Right.
That's the only people they hate more than black people. They call us Yankees. Mm-hmm. They tell us, you know, you killed my granddaddy. You know, you killed my great granddaddy, mm-hmm. and all of that. So we don't have like a camaraderie like that. Like, you know, if I went down south with my brother to watch a football game or something like that, and the Jets were playing wherever in Georgia or wherever, there's a good chance that me and my brother are going to get into a fight with some hillbillies because they're going to start talking shit to us and it's going to, you know, jump off. So I don't think it was as crazy as like race war as people are thinking, like an all-out race war. You know, come on, so black people don't want that smoke. Black people don't want that smoke. A real race war in this country, black people do not want that smoke. That much I will say. Because
well, hang on. We're having a good conversation, and Mo, you can jump in at any point in time if you like, or Rory Mo's in the line. I don't think we're gonna see some old styled race war people in the streets. I mean, that may be the after effect, but if we're gonna go there as a nation, it's gonna be a lot of drones and shit. It's gonna be a lot of different things, chemical warfare, biological warfare. That will be the race war of sorts. What do you want to say about that, Rory?
Yeah, I agree with you. And the same way I said I got a lot of people in my life that I love, a lot of black people got white people in their life that they love. They don't want a race war either. You know what I mean? Like an all-out race war. And the other part about it is, ain't no white people gonna go to war for a bunch of drunk hillbillies in Alabama. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no decent white people, ain't no regular white people give a goddamn about some fat hillbilly rednecks in Alabama, you know, that got beat up for jumping bubble gum. We don't give two fucks about them. You know what I mean?
Mo, hang on, Rory. Hold on, Mo. Do you want to chime in, or do we just let Rory?
I want to make 2 points. Roy made 1 point for me by saying, see how they differentiate between decent and not decent. He just made my point for me that I was trying to make yesterday. Okay. We need to be the same, you're saying, discriminatory and discerning on that point. And then the other point I want to make is you brought up the type of warfare. It will be biological if it is another race war. We've heard a presidential candidate, Robert F. Kennedy, say they have a way of engineering bioweapons to attack certain ethnic groups. Mm-hmm. You think they won't use that on us if it's necessary? Right. So I just want to make those 2 points, and I'll turn it back over.
Rory, back to you.
Oh, well, I will say I'm disappointed in you on this issue. And you using that example is not a good example because you're talking about black people in Alabama who have a real history of being like racially discriminated, beat up, and actually not even being able to have a fair fight with white people in that region. In New York, there's more of a fair fight, but down there in Alabama, historically, black people didn't even have a fair fight, a chance to fight back. And
you're disappointed in Mo or me? Hang on.
You kind of do sound honey.
Rory. You're disappointed in Mo or me?
Mo. I was disappointed in Mo.
Go ahead.
Because I don't know how he could say you be a black dude down south and you seeing a black dude getting jumped by a bunch of Alabama hillbillies and you're gonna analyze the situation with the historic and the history. It kind of seems like you're like you're honey bunnish a little bit, man. Like you're not. You should be down with your people more than that. That's all I'm saying. I respect people who stick up for their own people. You know.
But you just said yourself you're not gonna crash out for some hillbilly. You're saying hillbilly down there only decent white folks, but you expect me to be a nigga and crash out for anybody. See, I want y'all to listen.
I didn't say
to the
anybody.
mind of a white supremacist. I want you to listen to the mind of
anybody.
No, you just made the different. You made the point
anybody.
All right, guys, one at a time. One at a time, please. One at a time. Mo, you have the floor.
Go ahead.
I just want to illustrate the point, and I'll turn it back over. That you made a differentiation between decent people and non-decent people, right? But I can't make the same decision. I'm supposed to, if it's black, I'm just supposed to jump on it. And this is what they do to us to say, oh, Black Lives Matter, go run for this. This is black, go run for that. Oh, vote for this. Oh, you ain't black if you don't vote for this. This is the mindset they want. If they understand how to trigger you and manipulate you, and that's what they're doing with this, Star. That's what you're saying right now about the digital. They are gassing black people up, ramping them up the same way they did with George Floyd. They're using this situation the same way, and I don't fall for it. I'm not falling for it because guess what? If I'm in jail, who's going to protect my kids and my wife? They're left wide open, and that's my number one responsibility in this world is to protect them.
If I can say this before we go to Rory. Hold on, Rory. I just want to add something to the discussion here. Okay, I respect what you're saying, Mo. You know, there's my father's blood that runs through me and his DNA. My father was a Southern man. Most people who listen to the show, they know this. I loved him, I liked him, and I was fascinated by him at times because in the 70s, he always carried a gun. I saw him smack the shit out of one of my mother's relatives who claimed, well, he was a capo in the North Mafia. My father slapped the shit out of him with a gun in Snuffy's restaurant in early 70s. Pow! In the fucking restaurant. And then for 3 nights, he sat on the porch with that gun waiting for whoever, however. He didn't give a fuck. So a lot of, or a big part of his DNA is in me. Sometimes I just don't give a fuck. I'm on the side tonight of the guys who jumped in the water, swam over there to help the boat captain, and I'm still waiting for a confirmation deeds if anybody, if that guy was a boat captain. Yeah, fuck it, it's on. We'll worry about all this other shit later. Fuck it. Rory, back to you.
Yeah, well, what I'm still disappointed in Mo because he's trying to make it like a general situation. We're talking about the situation at hand. If you couldn't tell that black man, that black dude that was over there was working, he was doing his job. I didn't see him in anybody's face. I didn't see him yelling and screaming. I seen a bunch of drunk hillbillies jump on that dude while he's working. So that visual right there can show you that's somebody I'm gonna go jump. I'm gonna go fight for. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about Ray on the corner with his pants hanging off his ass with 3 or 4 of his boys giving some white people a hard time that ain't bothering nobody. That's not what the situation was. And you're up here saying, "Oh, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't just jump in like that. I'd have to get some background story and shit." That's kind of honey bunnish, dude. You down in Alabama. You can't really let that go down like that. So you sound, you sound kind of soft with that. Like, I got to be honest with you. I expect more out of you. What's your kid going to do when they grow up?
Okay, let him respond. Rory, let Mo respond.
What about that, Mo?
Let Mo. What if Rory. Let Mo respond. Let Mo respond.
Let me ask you a question, Rory. Have you ever walked past a white person being assaulted in New York City and not done nothing?
Have I ever walked past a white person being assaulted and never did nothing? Yeah, like homeless white people fighting with each other, homeless white people fighting with other homeless black people. I don't really pay attention to that because that's their world. That's what they chose. They're druggies and stuff like that. But as far as no, there's been times when I stuck up for white people on the train. Of course, I see a young white guy. There's a couple of young black guys. They giving him a hard time. I'm not really gonna try to get into it, but I'll just tell the white kid. I'll be like, "Yo, you want to come sit over here? You want to come stand over here? Just come stand over here. You know, don't worry about them. Don't worry. They ain't gonna do nothing. Don't worry about them."
You just said it yourself. You never really try to get into it. Now, who sounds honey bun? Now, who sounds soft? See, that's what I'm saying. I stand on what I stand on.
What you mean?
You just sit here and say,
okay, Rory, let Mo respond. Rory, let Mo respond. Let Mo respond. Go ahead, Mo, you have the floor.
You just sit here and say you don't really try to get into it, but you expect me to be a nigga and crash out. See what I'm saying? See, that's that mindset of you're supposed to do this, but I can do something different because I'm a thinking person.
No, The guy was being assaulted by 4 or 5 people. The story I just gave you, nobody was assaulting nobody. They were threatening the kid. They were making him scared. If they were putting hands on him, he looked like my nephew. He wasn't bothering nobody. You goddamn right, I would have thrown down with the black dudes on the train. It would have been some shit. It ain't nothing to me to fight. Not everybody's like that. Not everybody's like that. I'm not the toughest guy in the world. I don't want to sound like a tough guy. But I grew up with fighting. That's what I did. Like, it was part of my neighborhood. I grew up in a half Italian neighborhood, half black neighborhood. We have had a lot of fights. Elmont Road was their park. Avil Park was our park. We used to have fights with them. They used to have fights with us. So I'm not scared of the black skin as far as a fight goes. But if I seen the situation in reverse and there was 4 or 5 black guys drunk, turned up, beating up on a white dude, I'm gonna jump in on that. I'm gonna try to stop that. I'm gonna jump in on that. We'll think about everything after, but I'm not gonna sit there and let some regular white dude get jumped on by 5 brothers, for some bullshit. That's not happening. The same way the people yesterday or whatever day it happened over the weekend were like, no, we're not. This guy's a working guy. You got a bunch of drunk hillbillies drive up on a boat and start jumping this black dude, and you could tell he's a decent guy. He's doing his job. He's not fucking with nobody. He's doing his job. So, yeah, we're different. In that situation, we are different, Mo. You said you wouldn't jump in, you wouldn't get involved, you would just keep walking. I don't think I would just keep walking. I know I wouldn't jump in.
I said in that situation, I would get involved because, first of all, it started off as a fair one between white dude and the black dude. Then the second dude came in.
Mo.
Okay, hang on.
Did you see the video?
Rory, can you fix your phone? Your echo. I want you to finish up and just fix that echo, please. Rory, go ahead, Mo. You have the floor. Go ahead, Mo.
No, what I'm saying is, if you've seen the video, it started off with a verbal confrontation between one white man and the black dude. A second white man came in and made it go physical. Then another person came in and made it go physical. All I'm saying is, me being me, when I saw them going back and forth, just like when the eyewitness said she could see they're about to fight, I would have took me and my kids or myself and went the other way. But I want to say something right quick. I don't involve myself around intoxicated people, especially intoxicated white people. First of all, that's rule number 1.
Okay.
I don't go around intoxicated white people because I know how I can get because I am from the South. And it ain't like I ain't put my hands on white people before, in situations. My thing is this, me being a 40-something-year-old man with 4 children and a wife and a life to live, I'm not crashing out for no random person I do not know,
Gotcha.
Period.
Okay. Hey,
I'm sorry.
Can both of you guys hang on a second? Rory, stay there. Mo, hang on. Let me read these cash apps and be right back, guys. All right, hold on. Deeds, I sent you a text if you have a minute. Andre, I got your donation. Thank you, man. Thank you for your support. Okay. Maurizio got your donation. Morehouse Entertainment, thank you for your support. Wolfman, I got your email. Salute. Okay, I'll be in touch. Lex Diamonds, he says, yo, fam, you good? We need a class war. I think the class war is on and popping already. I don't think it's going to be so much of a visual thing, but thank you for your donation, okay? Okay, who are you? Please, folks, don't send me long-ass emails. I'm not reading paragraphs if you're not sending in a donation. Who the fuck is Damien? Delete. Get out of here. Micah got your donation. Mo better learn from Wax 100 and get down, okay? Micah got your donation. Callers, stop giving white man so much credit. Pussy. Okay, we're on that type of time tonight, okay, as long as you're supporting the machine. Blade tapping in. Star's business partners have been trying to manipulate black and white Americans into a race war for decades, and they just put Jamie Foxx over their knee and gave him a spanking. Who are you talking about, Blade? The small hats? You scared to say Jew? Thank you, Blade, for your support as always. Elvis, the chef. Elvis, come on, man. Elvis, I want to hear from you tonight. Do you have time? Send me a text, call in. How is your channel going? Elvis, the chef. Rosenberg. Nairi, I got your donation. Nairi says for New York. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay. Someone says, okay, you're going to cash at me on Friday for a marketing campaign. Salute, okay? Okay, this is something that has nothing to do with the show. Okay. Mo, stay with me, man, because you wanted to smoke tonight. Rory, anything you want to add with regards to Tory Lanez? His sentencing was postponed. Well, I think they've got more people who want to speak on his behalf. You have to speed on that, or do you just want to focus on the Alabama brawl? Rory.
Yeah, I'll just say real quick, in LA, it's like they worship celebrities, so he should have been sentenced today, whatever, and then he should be deported ASAP. The last thing we need is more black people from other countries coming in here shooting people. That's the last goddamn thing we need. And I just wanted to say
shooting an FBA woman, and I'm going there tonight because so many people have tried to give Tory Lanez a pass because of their disdain towards Megan Thee Stallion. I want that fucking coconut. I think he's a coconut from Canada. I want him to fuck up out of here. If they're going to keep him, I want him to do
I want him out of here,
want him to do 5 years. Any thoughts on that? If they keep him here, give him 5 years. Sit his dumb ass the fuck down. Go ahead, Rory.
Oh, I wouldn't even mind if they gave him 8 years, because he's a punk-ass mother, for shooting a woman.
Yeah.
He wasn't in no situation where he had to pull out the strap and defend his life, or she didn't call a bunch of dudes to come surround the car, and he had to blast his way out of there, and she got hit. No, he's a punk, man. So I hope he does 8 years. And he talks a lot of that, he's one of those small guys that act really tough. So you getting ready to go into the California state penal system where there's a whole bunch of race.
Fuck it, give him a decade. Give that goofy nigga a decade. Go ahead.
And we're gonna find out if you're really about that. I have a feeling he's gonna be taking pictures like Joel Santana, with his shirt open, his chest hair showing, and some big black dude with his arm around him, real close. That's what Tory Lanez. Yeah, Tory Lanez is gonna be. That's the kind of pictures I want to see come out after this whole Tory.
Rory, I gotta take other calls, man. Thank you for being available.
Yes, sir.
Salute, man. Thank you, Rory. Yes, sir. Still okay. Guys, Mo Fax is on the line with me tonight. Mo wants to smoke. We're talking about the race war that started in Montgomery, Alabama. It's on and popping. It's all over social media. Are you partaking? Blade, I got your email. Thank you for tapping in. Okay. CEO Dante Morrison got your donation, sir. Thank you. He says, Pastor T.L. Barrett like a ship in the background. I'm not sure what you're saying, sir. Pastor T.L. Barrett. Oh, the song you mean? Oh, okay. I was thrown off there. Let's bring in area code 908. Good evening, 908. Talking about the race war, the brawl in Montgomery, Alabama. 908.
Hey, Brooklyn Giggles on the check-in. What's going on, Star?
How are you, sir? Good to hear from you.
Good to hear from you. Can you hear me?
Can you come a little closer? Mo Fax is my co-host this evening. We're talking about the debacle, the race war, the brawl, the fight, whatever you want to call it in Montgomery on the dock. What say you, Brooklyn Giggles?
Yeah, can you hear me better now?
Go ahead.
Yeah, listen, man, that brawl was practically like WWE to me. It was everything I wanted to see.
Yeah.
The one thing that disappointed me was that after you saw the old man hit people with the chair, out of nowhere you saw the black cops come out of nowhere to arrest them. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, where were these cops when the white people were doing all the trouble and all the hitting? I was like, what's going on here? I just was thrown off by that. But shout out to the dude that was swimming. I know we don't do shout outs, but my man who was swimming, Yeah, that was amazing. Listen, I know I be critiquing FBA sometimes, but nah, that's true. That is true brotherhood right there. My man jumped in the water to help out my man. Yeah, that was amazing. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was amazing.
And salute to Stephanie. Stephanie, we haven't heard from you in a while. Isn't Stephanie from Montgomery or someplace? Stephanie always calls in, and she's got that really nice southern twang to her voice. A couple of females who were talking, they sounded just like Stephanie. And Stephanie's a caller, guys, in case you don't know. And I thought of her because what they were saying, it was so on point with regards to what was going on at the time. But, okay, so Brooklyn Giggles, you, born in America, but your family's from Nigeria, you had yourself a black moment of sorts. You could relate to the FBA struggle. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, well, I would say that I would support the struggle. I can't relate to it because I wasn't enslaved.
Okay,
but I definitely would support the struggle. Now, that video to me, as crazy as it was, it was refreshing to see black people down south beating up white people. I'm not gonna lie, it was refreshing. We needed that. We needed to see that.
Well, black folks down south have always gotten down for their crowns. They've always rebelled. I mean, history would lead you to believe different. History would lead you to believe different. And I'll even say this, up north has got to do a little more getting busier. Mo, do you want to chime in on that? Because people up north will stand around and watch somebody get choked the fuck out, and they'll march in the street, but, they don't get busy like that up north. Mo?
And that's the point I want to make. It's like they act like we ain't never been doing this. That's what got me messed up.
Yeah.
Because like my dad, he was one of the first classes to get integrated in his school, and they fought almost every day for the first couple weeks of school. I mean, so I don't understand where this is coming from. And at the time, you brought up to do it on the train in New York. Now that's a situation I would have intervened because that man, was being choked out of him. I would have pushed him off and like, hey, bro, stop. And I even called in your show and said that.
Right.
So, but my thing is this: we have to have discernment. We have to have discernment. And no disrespect to Brooklyn Giggles, but he act like we ain't been fighting, but we didn't flee though. So I mean, you really can't say nothing. I'm saying like you gotta be careful how you talk about FBA too. You know what I'm saying? Because
Hey, Mo, hold up for a second because I'm disappointed at you after what you just been saying to freaking Rory. I'm like, I'm a non-FBA and I would have got involved. I'm not married yet. I'm not where I want to be yet, but I would have got involved. I couldn't believe you said that shit, bro.
But go home and get involved, though. See, that's not everybody wants FBA to crash out. You got the Irish man want us to crash out. You got the Nigerian want us to crash out. When England was putting the foot up Irish ass, where was Rory at? You know what I'm saying? When the white man over in Nigeria put his foot up the African ass and taking all their natural resources, where's Brooklyn Giggles at? But now they want to come over here and look down their nose at us and want us to crash out.
Mo, listen, Mo, but hear me. I got a
Brooklyn Giggles, come closer to the phone. I want to hear you. I want to hear you tonight. Come closer.
All right, can you hear me now?
That's better. Come on, we want to hear that Nigerian fucking non-FBA perspective. Come on, man.
So Mo, you mean to tell me like if you weren't married and you didn't have kids, you still wouldn't have gotten involved in that situation?
Bruh, like Star say, I ain't scared to go to jail, but I got too much stuff to be doing to go to jail. See, that's the point. I got too much stuff to be doing to go to jail over somebody I don't know in a situation that don't involve me. And here's the thing is, now here's the standard for black people now. When another black person or 3 or 4 black people is violating another black person on the sidewalk, I want y'all to jump in and help that black person too. But no, that's the thing. You don't care about the victim. You don't care about the victim. Y'all care about getting cheap shots in on white people that don't even matter. That's where y'all head is at, because we got black people getting violated every day. We want police our own communities. But all of a sudden, you want to be rebels and riders because a few white people got lumped up down in Alabama. Come on, like that's what I'm saying. Y'all don't really care about black people at all. You care about, you know what I'm saying, this false racial pride that you can go to work. And I bet you when your boss came to your cubicle, you turned the volume down and clicked on another screen, you know what I'm saying, so he wouldn't see you watching it. Them what these fake ass riders, boy, they be killing me. Stop it. Y'all not built for this.
You have the floor.
Yo, Mo.
Brooklyn Giggles, you have the floor.
Listen, Mo, I hear what you're saying, but it don't change the fact that you gotta get down for the cause, man. Like if you see your brother is in trouble, hey, you really gonna just walk by, it's like, hey, it ain't got nothing to do with me. Like this man is not like no thug on the street. This is a hard-working man, and you telling me you ain't gonna lay your sword down for this hard-working black man?
Crash
FBA?
out. Crash out.
Okay, Brooklyn Giggles, you say I need to lay it down for my brother. When that white woman carved that Nigerian up down in Florida, left him bloody and dead, what'd you do?
Listen, that Nigerian dude was bugged out. He was criticizing.
No, he bugged. See, everybody got excuses. Go ahead.
Wait, you gonna let me finish though? Listen, I could honestly say I was one of the first non-FBAs to admit that Nigerian dude, even though, you know, rest in peace, but he was bugging out. He was disrespecting an FBA woman for the past 10 years. So I can't support that. I can't support him disrespecting black women all those years, and then he out of nowhere gets killed by a white woman. Now that's on him. You know what I mean? I'm going to keep it real with you on that,
Okay.
but still, you can't get away with the fact. Listen, you can't get away with the fact that you won't help your own brother. Come on, brother. Help your own brother. Like, help your own brother. I'm confused.
You let me worry about my brother, brother.
Okay.
And like I said,
Get out of my pocket.
Look,
Get out of here.
Sifo Bennett, Dr. Sifo Bennett,
Mo, you
$2,000 in his GoFundMe. He killed a white man and shot another one to protect his life, which they were threatening.
Okay.
And nobody.
Brooklyn Giggles, thank you, man.
His name.
Brooklyn Giggles, thank you for your call, man. Thank you.
All right.
Okay,
Let me land my plane.
Mo, stay with me. Stay with me. Folks, I'm going to say this. You may have heard me say this before. You know I'm a rat. I overheard, well, let me tell you how I came to ask my father this question. You know, my father joined the U.S. Navy when he was 13, going on 14. You've seen the picture. I used to post that picture all the time in my Facebook and Twitter. My father, William Torrain, 14 years of age, U.S. Navy. I said, Bill, why'd you join the Navy? And when you were a kid, you didn't even finish school. He said, leave that alone, boy. That's what he said, leave that alone, boy. And then a couple of years later, I heard him talking to one of his relatives down in the South, and they were talking about a sheriff's deputy who got shot when my father was a preteen. So I tried to put two and two together, and I asked him if he shot anybody, because I always saw him with fucking guns. I mean, guns all throughout the goddamn house, sitting in the living room, cleaning the goddamn guns. He kept a gun under the goddamn seat of the fucking station wagon, a gun under the seat of the fucking truck. I said, hey, Bill, why'd you join the Navy at such an early age? And he said, leave that alone, boy. So, I don't know. Anyway, Mo, hang on a second, guys. So original, I got your donation. We're going off the rails tonight. What up, Doe Star? I know you remember the caller Theo, who used to always bang on. Okay, I banged on him. No, he was a good guy. He claimed he was Mo Fact's cousin. Man, that's Brooklyn Giggles. Fuck out of here. I don't know. Was that Theo? Mo? Was that Mo?
I can't tell. I can't tell.
Yeah, I can't tell you, but thank you. Big Key, thank you for your donations. King Key, the lesson is to keep your hands to yourself and always have your people's back. Fuck that gay leprechaun, Rory, and all the rest of the cracker cave dwellers, okay? 105.1 fam. Blacks get smoked in a race war. Other races will side with whitey, okay?
Can I chime in on that quick, Star? Because I got a point I want to say.
Hold on. Before I forget this one. Bussy Nation says, in Bussy News, Wayne Brady has joined our community, and we are excited to see what Bussy he walks the red carpet with. Yeah, I saw that. He's saying he's pansexual now. Mo, you want to respond to King Key, who says the lesson is to keep your hands to yourself and always have your people's back? You want to respond to that?
He said that there'll be other races fighting the war for white people is the one I want to respond to.
Go ahead.
And there's proof to that because the Haitians is getting busy right now in Haiti, right? And they're sending Kenyans over there, to go fight the Haitians.
Okay.
So you think they won't do that to us if something pop off over here? I'm telling y'all had to stay woke and keep your kufi on tight because they are setting up the situation where, like I said, in Haiti, the president was killed, assassinated, and now it's total pandemonium down there, and they're going to send black faces down there to go fight their war against the Haitians. And I don't get into the FBA, not FBA thing.
Right.
What I have an issue with is where people come here and get involved in our domestic affairs. That's why I draw the line at. And I'm supportive of people, doing what they got to do wherever they at.
Gotcha.
But don't come over here and try to get in our business.
Okay. Guys on the screen, please check out the artwork of Mark Clark. Okay, there's the URL to check out his work. Great work, Mark. If you want to call in, let me know, okay? Big Mark Entertainment. Is that the same Mark? A little oil for the machine. Salute, homie. Okay, thank you. I'm not sure if that's the same Mark, but thank you, sir, for your support. Highland, is it Lanicia? Thank you for your donation. She just has a smiley face, and she says, you make me smile. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. The Mammy Algorithm sends in a donation. Mo eats hog maws, pig feet, and drinks pineapple soda. Okay. This is Nug. Nug, what up, man? Okay. Do you want to call in? Nug, I got your email. Your long ass. Call in and promote your channel, man. But it's hard for me to read these emails during the show due to my age. But thank you, man. Thank you. M. Clark, yeah, what area code? I don't know your number, man. You have to say star I'm on the line, such and such area code. Gene, I got your donation. Tory's innocent. No, Gene, he's been convicted. He's not innocent. We're not playing that game. Lex Diamonds, I got your donation. Every time Brooklyn giggles calls, make him giggle or fuck out of here. Right. Okay. Newt 8282 says, Mo and FBJ are hold me back type niggas. Okay. Lance says, Star, why don't you just admit your father shot somebody when he was a preteen? I assume something happened because my father ran with the Cotton Brothers. They were a bootlegging outfit. I've said that before. He was a young bootlegger, and some shit happened, and he joined the Navy and said, I got to get out of here. Jake the Great, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Okay, Mo, you still there? You got to go. Where's Mo Fax?
No, I'm still here.
Okay.
I just want to make clear I don't eat swine, though.
Okay, got you. Let's bring in area code 205. Monday night, we're talking about the race war. It's lit. This story has gone super viral. What are your thoughts? Area code 205. Yes,
Yo, Star, what's up?
Yes, sir. How are you? Good evening.
Yo, peace.
Peace.
This is Primo, man. I am in Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay. Talk to us, sir. Talk to us.
The atmosphere is, everybody out here is on code, my friend. I know you're a friend of nobody, but
it's okay. Come on.
But it's up.
It's up.
But I do want to put something in perspective.
Come on.
Donald Trump was, I don't know if you were aware of this, but
he had a rally less than 24 hours. Less than 24 hours, there was a rally at the same location, yes?
Yes.
Come on.
And so I just feel that they were just emboldened. The people that started the melee.
Yeah.
I think they were emboldened because Trump was down there and he was out there raising his flag, you know. But I will say this: the gentleman that was swinging the chair.
I loved it.
Man, yeah, listen. And everybody's coming down on him because they're like, oh, he hit the lady in the head, whatnot, you know. Listen, Karen, if you're going to go ahead and get in black people's business,
right.
Hey, you all bets are off.
Yeah.
Okay.
When it's on, it's on. But, sir, when it's on,
it's on. It's on. But I said the atmosphere here in Bama is that everyone is on code, and it's like, again, it's not like this is a new thing down south.
Right.
I've been down here almost practically all my life.
Okay.
I've seen brawls with the police. I've seen a gang of our black people, take on an entire small town police squad. I've witnessed that with my own eyes. This is nothing new.
Right.
It's nothing new. It's just the fact that it's viral now, and all eyes are on it. And so but as far as down here in Bama, I think we're ready, man. We've been ready.
I made it my business, as you may or may not know, to visit the Dexter Avenue King Memorial Baptist Church. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, but I made it my business to go there. Historical, monumental church.
Yes.
And I could not get inside because I was there at the wrong time, but so much respect for people, black folk from the South, like my father, my family down there, they were and are the backbone of black culture. They were strong. If they had not been strong, I would not be here. Others, up in the North who whether they acknowledge the South or not, they have to acknowledge where they came from, and that's the South. Go ahead.
Yes, absolutely. It's the cornerstone of the civil rights movement. And, but the thing about it is you have to understand that black people here in the South, it's not all marching and praying. We're done with that. We're done with that. It's about the action now.
Yeah. Freaky London caught his L in the South. Now, it was some white boys, but do you know about Freaky London?
I do remember that.
Freaky London fucked around talking that New York shit to some white boys, had his hat on, yo, suck my dick. White boy grabbed him, beat him. Shit. Oh, God.
Rabbit punches, just had this dude in the camel clutch. It was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Go ahead. You were saying? Go ahead.
No, listen. That's all I got, Star.
Okay, thank you, man.
I enjoy the show. Been a supporter for years.
Thank you, man. Salute. Thank you. Okay.
Salute.
All right. MoFax, sit tight. Lydia. Hi, Lydia. Okay, this is your first time donating. Thank you, Lydia. Salute to you. Okay, she said, I don't want to say where I'm at, but I'm in the Atlanta metro area, and I'm getting the fuck out of here. Oh, you've been there 6 years, and I inspired you to leave? I'm going to say this again. Atlanta is not what it used to be. It used to be a beautiful place. And it's not just because I'm older. It's lost its common thread of decency. And you got too many New York niggas down there now, bum-ass niggas. They're on the run from the North, or they're trying to jumpstart their lives in the South, and it's just, they are bringing that attitude down there, and you can see it with northern women in the South. They don't speak. They cut their eyes. You know, they act like you're trying to holler at them. If I'm coming down the fucking aisle in public supermarket and I'm looking for the goddamn Fever Tree ginger ale and I happen to just look in your direction, they think you're trying to talk to them. Bitch, I'm shopping. Anyway, thank you for your donation, young lady. I started to go there. To area code 713. Good evening. Are you there? 713. We're talking about the brawl.
What up, Star?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Doing all right. The first time. Yeah, the brawl was it was crazy. I don't think black people have like the risk assessment to like actually pause and take a break like white people can. They can just act on impulse.
Okay.
And for one, I mean, that man put his hand on his boat. Like, how many niggas would get angry if somebody just pushed your car?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would get angry too. I'll throw some hands. So, I mean, yeah, would I jump into that? No. You gotta just watch how things play out first.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. But yeah, would I jump in if a brother really needed it? Yeah. If he was getting his ass beat, I would definitely jump in. But I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see if he got some fight in him.
Okay, but in that situation, you would have waited. I want to be clear.
Yeah, I would have waited.
Okay.
And plus, I mean, also like you got to think about risk assessment because I mean, black people got a lot to lose. We can't just wait in jail. Like, I'll lose my job.
Okay.
Like, who's gonna bail me out?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you got to think about those kind of things and shit.
Okay. Mo, do you want to chime in? This man is on the same page with you. Mo Fax.
He made it clear. It's about risk assessment, and the fact is that, honestly, and this is no disrespect to the security guard, he didn't really want to fight. If you notice, he was like tussling with the first dude, and he outsized him. He could have KO'd him if he wanted to.
Okay.
He just wanted like the struggle. Like, I gotta do something, and so I gotta make this clear.
Come on.
This is the effect of the cell phone camera and social media. When people pull those cameras out and you're on camera, you feel like you gotta do something. Whereas if we're not in that era, that thing probably wouldn't escalate like that. And you got people on the sideline saying, "Move, itch, get out the way, get out the way," amping the setup. And that's what I was saying. Like, all of this amped the setup. He felt like he had to do something, which shows me that is, I'm going to go back to the hat again. He had time to take his hat, first turn it around to the back, and then throw it up in the air and leave his hand up in the air, leaving himself exposed. Bro, you ain't really trying to fight. You know, what are you doing here? You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's up, then it's up, then it's up. That's the thing about being in the South. When it's up, it's really up. I only got one switch. There's either I'm cool or I ain't cool.
Right.
It ain't no, we're going to go out here and box for a little bit. No,
okay.
I ain't boxing with nobody.
Did the white boy pull his card?
You know what I'm saying? I'm past my prime to be boxing.
Hang on, Mo Fax. Did the white boy pull his card? He said, you don't really want to fight. Pow! Is that what happened?
Yeah, because if you know, there was no punches thrown by the security guard. It was like one of the white boy tussles. You know how they wrestle and put their shoulders together and all that. It wasn't no brawl like that. For real. That's what I'm saying. Like, everybody acting like. Now the second part, now that's a whole different story. Those people came ready to fight. But that first, the security guard, he didn't really want to fight, but he like, I'm on camera.
Mo,
I got to do something.
Mo, that man was a boat captain. He was a boat captain based upon my research. So maybe the boat captain was pump faking, talking that hot shit, and the white boy socked him in his shit, and maybe that's the real root of this. Caller, you have the last word. Area code 713. Do you want to say where you're calling from? 713.
Yeah, up here in Houston.
Okay, H-Town.
Yeah. Last word. Yeah. I just say you just gotta. Yeah. What Mo Fax is saying. You gotta assess the situation.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, the police come. They gonna lock up somebody. They gonna look up niggas, and y'all gonna be the primary suspect.
Okay. Thank you for your call, sir. Thank you. Okay. Okay, Mo, sit tight. I'm gonna take a minute here to just acknowledge more people, guys, and please check out my sponsors on the screen. Florence, you're welcome to call in at any point in time, and if you have any new items that you want me to speak about or highlight, let me know. Okay, your information's on the screen. FlorenceAmari.com. I say again, FlorenceAmari.com. Okay, check out the great products there. Right. Neil, I got your donation. Am I serious about the Bussy shirts? I don't know. Troll babies, should we come out with a Bussy shirt? I was talking to Deeds about this earlier. I said it would be funny, but would anybody buy it? I don't know. But thank you for your donation. Jake, DeGreat, I got your donation. Thank you. Blade. Blade says, damn, you snitch ass nigga, you just told on your dad, possibly catching a body. He's gone now. He's gone, Blade. I didn't say he shot somebody for sure. When I asked him why he joined the Navy at 13 going on 14, he said, leave that alone, boy. So I don't know. But, what the fuck, man? G. Yarborough got your donation. Thank you. Rakim got your donation. That's cool. You called your dad by his first name. Yeah, I liked him, man. I didn't just love him. I liked him. I respected him. And he never hit me. You should know that already. But thank you for your donation. Let's go to area code 332. Good evening. We're talking about the race war. Montgomery, Alabama. Set it off. Are you up to speed? 332.
Yeah, good evening. I definitely think it's time, or we're heading into a race war. But with that said, we're not ready. And all right, when I say we, I mean again, black people. And since we're not ready, these delineations and divisions that we made amongst ourselves, FBA, ADOS, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. We need to put them on pause until we get somewhere, so we could at least have a fighting chance, because it's not going to work with all these divisions we making amongst ourselves.
Can I ask how old are you, sir? Can I ask how old are you?
38.
Okay.
38.
You don't think that the race war is upon us now by way of the internet and social media? I mean, all that old shit getting out there, fighting in the street. I mean, even the military is coming up ways to have digital wars and to have drones doing more of the work as opposed to boots on the ground. You don't think that we're fighting a war right now? I mean, we're are you a parent? If you're a parent, you're literally fighting
for
the rights
I'm most definitely
to raise your child.
Parent. I agree.
Come on.
I agree that this war is currently cold, but it's turning hot. And again, maybe the cold part, and to your point, maybe us creating these divisions amongst ourselves is a part of that Cold War. We're destroying ourselves before we actually get to the battlefield.
Okay.
So maybe that's a part of it too. These repatriations or whatever, they probably won't come to fruition. Probably nobody gonna get paid off. But nothing. It's just something to, turn the head, and then we're not ready for when we really gotta do what we need to do. I truly believe that. Again, like going back in history, again, like Bookman from Jamaica, he didn't care. He went to Haiti and helped that cause. Like, so why are we making these?
Did you say Bookman from Good Times?
Bookman from Jamaica in the 8 that helped out in the Haitian Revolutionary War. He didn't care that he was Jamaican. He helped out his brother.
Oh, okay. Pardon me. The fuck was I think? I thought you meant Bookman from Good Times. Go ahead.
No. I'm just saying, like, the strength in numbers, and we're going to need it. But no, this is definitely the war is cold right now. They just we just squabbling amongst ourselves over foolishness, and
Gotcha.
we're not going to be ready when it's really time.
Gotcha. Well, listen, sir, I'm no tough guy, but when it's up, it's up.
Most definitely,
You know
and we're not ready. We're not ready. We're not ready.
Well, sir, it's a different day and time. I
agree.
Let me just get this point out, and then I'll give you the last word. Again, I'm just a high school dropout. You know, the days of fighting and beefing in the streets, I mean, that's still a reality, but now people are fighting on social media. Now there's more mousepad mobsters and keyboard killers. We used to say that on the Storm Buckwild show back in 2002. Mousepad mobsters and keyboard killers. And that's what we got now. People beef on social media. They squash their beefs. And I can't relate. That's why I don't go back and forth with people, because if it's on, I'm assuming that we got to, get together at some point and get it in, or, get to it. But these niggas today just want to beef and then make up and say, oh, I was in my feelings. What? I don't understand that. So my point is, I think the race war is upon us now. I don't think it's, what we assumed once upon a time. But you have the last word. Go ahead.
No, again, yeah, I agree. It is upon us.
Yeah.
Let's be strategic. Let's be strategic about it.
Okay.
And stop looking at these differences and focus on what we have in common. That's
okay.
It.
Thank you for your call, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Mo Fax, I'm going to finish up with you, man. Thank you for holding me down tonight. Let's promote your platform. And have you addressed this topic yet, Mo, on your channel, Mo Fax on YouTube?
I have not addressed this topic, and I will not be addressing this topic on my platform.
Come on,
because
Mo. Come on,
I want to
Mo.
be honest with you. Star. As soon as this Tory Lanez verdict comes out, it'll switch from the race war to the gender war, and there'll be a wet blanket on it, and it'll be like a fart in the wind. You know what I'm saying? Like we have a very short attention span as a black people, especially in America, from going from one thing to the next. But I've addressed race topics all the time.
Right.
But this one is just that it's a lot of performative and what I would have did and what I could have did. But I challenge every black person that said they would jump in to help that black man. Anytime you see a black man or black woman being harmed, no matter who's harming them, I want you to keep that same energy. Thank you, Star, for letting me
Thank you, Mo.
ride with you.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? It's like the good old days. You know what I'm saying?
sir.
I appreciate it.
Salute.
Have a
Thank
good night.
you, Mo Fax. Okay. All right. We're having a good conversation. Guys, I'm going to take a break shortly. I have a lash in my third eye. Is that your name? Sent it a donation. Mo, hopefully this never happens, but if that older man was your relative or even yourself, would you want people to analyze what you did to piss off the good white people and decide to keep it moving? Question mark. Okay, Mo's gone, but thank you for your donation. You know, part of the reason why I don't do hypotheticals is because I learned about myself, and in those moments, those quick moments when you have to decide, who are you? I have tested myself. Sometimes I have surprised myself. Sometimes I have gone too far. I know that about myself. But I am quick to respond. I'm quick to respond. I think I know I have a very good judge. I know how to judge a situation. If I feel people getting too close or somebody looking at me and somebody else doing something as a decoy, I pick up on it. Now, I've crashed out, and I'm not proud of this, but, I can't say what I would do in a hypothetical situation because, again, you know, the when it's on, it's on. You're not gonna get me. You're not gonna jump me. Yeah, hey, we can all catch a bad one. I'm not saying I can't get shot. I can't catch a slug, and I can't take a dirt nap. But goddamn, somebody's coming with me. Let me just say that. Let me put this other sponsor on the screen. Let me read a few donations. I'm going to take a break. We're going to continue talking. Mac, I got your donation. Are you calling in? Maybe I'll take your call before I take my break. Let me see if this is Mac. Mac, sit tight. You're my last caller before I take a break. Sit tight, okay? And I want to talk to IAS Music again. If you guys are out there, we need to, you know, find out what's going on with your platform. Okay, youtube.com/IAS Music. All right. Patrice, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Jake the Great. Okay, you're on the line, 561. I don't want to leave you guys hanging, so I might take 2 calls before I take the break. I don't see 561, I see 516. Is that you, Jake? Let me bring in 718. Turn that down in the background, please. Turn that down.
Mac, I got your donation.
Turn that down. Turn it down in the background. Are you ready?
Me.
Are you ready? 718.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good evening. How are you, man?
How you doing, Star? Pretty good.
Good. Who am I speaking to? Who am I speaking to?
This is Mark Clark, sponsor.
Hey, what's up, man? Good to hear from you. What's cracking? We're shaking.
Pretty good. I sent you some emails and stuff, so you know I'm working on some new art, and
nice.
Where you want to take it from there?
Well, you can either promote your art, let's promote your art, man, as opposed to the topics, because I'm going to take another call and take a break. Tell folks about your art. I want you to speak as opposed to me, you know, just jumping all around. Tell us about your art, please.
Yeah. So again, I don't allow a lot of people to critique my art, but I was actually in Rite Aid today, and I almost took a picture of, like, you know, the boosters and the Steelers. But then I saw the security there, and I said, oh, this stuff is insured. They just have them there for no reason. So, you know, but I was about to bring my phone in there and snap some pictures and paint something. But, yeah. Also, I'm working on building a studio in my house. Like, I got a green screen.
Nice.
I bought I bought a 4K. I don't know if that's outdated now. A 4K camera.
Still,
and I bought some fancy.
Still good. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yes, and I bought another video camera. It's a little fancy. It has that fake chinchilla thing on there for the microphone. So, you know, that's pretty cool. So right now, what I'm doing, like this month, I'm going, you know, until next month, maybe even until October. But I'm, you know, giving out free T-shirts this summer, so people want, like, you know, their big consumers is mostly like women. That's
nice.
My bread and butter.
Nice.
So like tote bags, clutches, beach towel, yogurt things, coffee cups. Every lady likes to drink coffee, men as well. So,
can you tell us about the inspiration for your art? I want to make sure that we put that out there, because you've called him before. What is the inspiration for your approach and your end result?
All right. So basically, I'm taking the style of it's like a French Impressionism. So it's like a Van Gogh and oh my God, I feel so embarrassed. Van Gogh and Picasso.
Okay.
It's like a little mix.
Nice.
So what they do is they take pictures of different things, and it's French Impressionism is the way that, like, an artist picks one top. You can't be a fool in everything, jack of all trades.
Gotcha.
You pick one thing, you master it, so the way that the light hits off of and refracts off of different images on water, that's Impressionism. It gives you an impression by the reflection of the water. I actually sent you something.
I got it. But now hang on a second.
Oh, you have it?
Yeah. Well, I got what you sent me. You sent me a picture of someone on a motorcycle.
Oh no! I No, I sent you a shirt. You told me the size. I sent you a shirt.
I have to.
It's some 80s style. I figure you appreciate it. It's called Water Dance.
I have to get that.
And it looks like a bass. It looks like an equalizer.
I'll get it next week.
So that's impressionism. So it has like things going up and down, and it has a reverse side.
Okay.
So it's like a jazz kind of a flavor. I think I got you in a men's V-neck, whatever size.
Nice.
You wanted. I did it.
Well, now hang on a second. I want to ask you about your art before I forget. So, guys, on my screen, the showrunner, that's how you can contact Mark about his art. Would you say at this point of your journey and your body of work, have you found your quote unquote style, or are you still developing a style of sorts?
I find my style. I'm basically doing things that people can react to, and it makes them feel like whatever country they're from, if they're from Japan, Caribbean, wherever they're from, they can feel like they're back at that place. It's like soothing for the soul. It makes them feel like they're not homesick.
Okay.
Like I told you, some people in Manhattan, they're paying $3,000 for a little tiny place, and they don't have any windows. I have a painting. I was trying to explain it. It's like a Japanese style on each side of the window, and the pictures are like one, but it's half, left, half right. So when you look at it, it feels like you're looking out of a window.
Okay.
And it's like some Japanese style hut.
Is that picture
on
your website?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's in 2 pieces.
Okay. Mark, I'm going to take a break, man. I'm sorry. I'm going to take a break.
Now, I just want to get this out. Can you give me 30 seconds? I just want to get this out real quick.
Yeah, please. Go ahead.
All right. So I just wanted to say that, again, I don't want to take shots at number 9. He's one of my favorite callers. But, again, number 9 has never been to Haiti. I'm not actually Haitian, but I've been to Haiti 4 times. To the country, Jacmel. I'm driving a Mercedes, 3 o'clock in the morning, and Port-au-Prince is a little dangerous. So they got the 8-foot fence, and, they got the ivory handles and things like that. So people say, yeah, I'm Haitian. What does that really mean?
Okay.
Can you walk around in Haiti?
Okay.
Yeah, so, that's about it. So
Great.
some of the stuff is inspired by some Haitian.
Lamarck, I have to take a break. I got to go use the restroom.
Thank you, man. I just want to...
Thank you,
All
Mark.
right, take care,
Yes,
Star.
sir. Thank you.
Later.
One of my sponsors, Mark. Okay, back in the building, Star Report. Late night on a Monday, we're talking about the brawl in Montgomery, Alabama on the dock, okay? Multiple people were fighting. Arrest warrants have been issued in case we didn't. Well, I know I mentioned that earlier in the broadcast. This happened Saturday, okay? And the Montgomery Police Department said in a statement, okay, that they will make sure that justice is served. Yeah. Stephen Reed, that's the mayor of Montgomery. Okay. And does anybody care about Richard Sherman? He's going to be co-hosting Undisputed with Skip Bayless. I can't, I'm not hating on Skip Bayless, but I'm kind of done with that, Hang on, Deeds. Deeds has sent me a text saying, okay. Deeds, I'm okay. Thank you for tapping in. Guys, Deeds and I were talking earlier again, and we may come out with some type of shirt that says Bussy. I'm not sure. Troll Babies, again, would anybody buy that, or would that just be some shit to laugh at? I got an idea. It might be just a limited edition. Okay, where is, did I speak to Nug already? I think this might be him right here, but I'm looking for 516 first. Is that 516 or 561? Did you send in a donation? I'm trying to play catch up on my calls here. Is this Jake the Great? Yes, no, maybe.
This is Sam.
Hello?
This is Sam from Uniondale.
Okay, your phone.
Sam from Uniondale.
Okay, hey, Sam, your phone's going in and out, man. Can you make some adjustments? Sam.
Yeah, can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
It's a little better. How are you, Sam? What's cracking, man? Let me get your information on the screen. How's it going?
Good. I wanted to chime in also first on your topic. I commend that security guard for keeping his cool.
Yeah.
Because you can't just hook off and lose it. Because if he knocks somebody out, you're looking at a case and all types of trouble. So he kind of held it together.
Yeah.
And and everybody, and that Alabama, the people there came through and helped him. But I was gonna ask. I was looking, down south. There's stand your ground.
Mm-hmm.
Would that apply if they came out with the guns and everything like that? Would they have been okay if it escalated to that level? That's what crossed my mind when I saw the chaos.
Yeah. I didn't do that type of digging. I mean, no one was shot, but he was assaulted first, okay? And my research says that he is a boat captain. He's a little bit more than a security guard. And I saw one of the females refer to him as the boat captain. So he wasn't just some toy cop. So the way he was speaking to them about moving the boat, he had every right to. That's a man who has reached a certain, level of authority, Boat captain. Hey, get that out of here. What are you doing? We're trying to get these people in here. Come on, let's move it. Sometimes you have to be a little bit more forceful. And I truly believe, I could be wrong, that those, Caucasian people took offense to the way he was speaking in Alabama. And then that's why he was ultimately assaulted. Take it from there, Sam. And I got your information on the screen at Sam I Analyze on YouTube. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, so for anybody who's hearing me for the first time, I'm a former fantasy phenom. Years ago, I finished top 6 for WFAN.
Okay.
I've since started my own YouTube channel, Talk Sports, whatever is the hot topic at the time. Right now, it's the dog days of summer, so it's real quiet.
Okay.
But fantasy football is around the corner, so I'm actually working on talking about the quarterback. I'm gonna post within the next few hours. I'm working on it, and then we'll go to the running backs, wide receivers, things like that.
Okay.
It's something I've never done when it comes to fantasy, but I do have some experience in it.
Okay.
So
your channel focuses on sports for those who don't know. At Sam I Analyze on YouTube. Any thoughts? Do you care about Richard Sherman joining Skip Bayless on Undisputed? I
think that's a great hire for Fox. And with Skip, I think that's a great hire because if nobody saw this years ago, he came after Skip Bayless, and I thought that whole time he was angling for a job after he retired. I mean, he is considered one of his era, one of the best cornerbacks to play. So when he was definitely angling for a job like this, and if you can YouTube it where he yelled at Skip Bayless on First Take. And
but now, hang on a second. Do you have the details? Because it says he's going to be on the show 50 to 100 times per year. But the reports are saying that FS1 is also interested in Keyshawn Johnson. So I would imagine that Richard Sherman will be the co-host for most of the time. Then you got Lil Wayne on Fridays. I'm not interested in Keyshawn Johnson. What are your thoughts on this train wreck of sorts with Undisputed all together?
I agree on the Keyshawn Johnson side. I think that might have been possibly a favor, but he's real knowledgeable. Obviously, he was a wideout, a top wide receiver for years. But I like the Sherman hire, he was looking for personality, and he's kind of doing what First Take was doing, right? With the having different people come in every day. So I think it's going to help him. He doesn't have to debate against the same person. So it's going to be interesting, but I'm not too impressed with Keyshawn, believe it or not. But I think we got to wait and see how it is.
Well, in my opinion, and via my experience, bringing in, revolving co-host does not help the ratings. And actually, it creates a sag in the ratings because people are creatures of habit and they want to tune in to see someone that they are familiar with, a familiar face or a familiar voice. When you start rotating people, the audience loses interest. I know this for a fact. I've done marketing and research for decades before I ever even got to radio. So I don't think First Take is the good model right now. Do you think that Skip Bayless has had his run, realistically, and it's over?
I think you know what it is. I think Skip can get people to tune in, and I think especially with Rich Sherman, I think it's gonna help. I think and I think he's got other obligations. I think he was also doing football. I forget what channel I saw him on, but he was on Thursday nights. He was on I went Prime, I believe. Yeah. So I think because it's sports now, they're starting to do that. So he's probably he's got his hat in a lot of different rings. But
you're a sports guy.
That's exactly what he needed.
Hang on. You're a sports guy, and you can't even remember the times or the networks that these guys are on, to be precise. And I say that with all due respect. I'm going to say this with my limited knowledge of Undisputed and Skip Bayless. I think it's over. He's had his run. He's too fucking old. Get that shit out of here. I'll give it a last word, though. Go ahead.
It's going to be interesting. I think this is the last one, but I think he's going to be fine with Richard Sherman. I think it's going to be interesting.
Okay. Any new videos on your platform?
Working on that, my first fantasy video star. I'm going to post it tomorrow morning.
Nice.
So that's what I'm working on, and hopefully everybody can tune in.
Okay, send me that link, man. Good to talk to you, Sam.
Have a good night.
Thank you. Okay. Sam from Uniondale. 305, is that Chris? Good evening, Chris. Got you on the line.
What's up, Star, man?
Hey, how are you, sir?
Listen, man, can we talk about the brawl in Alabama? Can I say something about that?
That's the main topic, the race war. It's up. It's up right now. Come on.
Let me listen. I was trying to get in. I know they're not on the line anymore, but let me say this, man. Let me say this.
Come on.
I don't know what got into Rory tonight, but he made me proud. I don't know what he was on, but let me say this. When Rory is the person that makes the most sense on the line, we got a problem. we got a problem. Let me say this.
Come on.
All that soft cooning and booning, and we got a kumbaya, and I won't get involved because I don't know. Listen, go sit your ass down somewhere. I'm sorry for cussing. I'm sorry, sir. But listen. Go sit in the corner. Go take care of your family with all due respect. But listen, we outside. When it's up, it's stuck. That's all it is. And it's been like that for a long time. Mm-hmm. The only difference is a couple Karens and a couple Uncle Toms got involved, and they found out real quick that we was on some different times. Mm-hmm. So let me say this. I got family in Alabama.
Okay.
I got family up there.
Okay.
I got phone calls, and they on the yak right now. Let me say that right now.
Right, come on.
They on the yak. They waiting outside, hoping that one of those, they waiting, hoping that somebody come across them lines. Because let me say this, man.
Sir, the term is au fait. Au fait. You ever heard that? Au fait.
Listen, man, listen.
Or Peckerwood. Listen, sir. My father was on that type of time, so I know those terms. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Listen, I was listening, and I hear him, and he's saying all this about, if it doesn't concern me. Listen, if a bottle come across your head or whatever it is, you get hit in traffic, then is it your business at that point, bro? I don't want to hear that. If I see somebody getting their brains beat out, and they look like me, bro, it's my duty to do something about it, bro. It is what it is.
Stay with me.
And at the end of the day, if they're defenseless,
stay with me.
You got to take care of business.
Yeah. Can I ask how old are you? How old are you, sir?
I'm 39, Star.
Okay. This is the
Yeah, I'm with it.
Okay, no, this is the objective perspective. I want people to say their piece. I let them speak, and I give you the last word. When I was coming up in the 70s, and I've told this story before, driving through the South, going to see my father's family, black folk used to wave at each other. You'd see them in the supermarket. They would speak to each other. There was a bond,
Right.
a bond, a cultural bond because of what they had been through for centuries, hundreds of years, if you will. And that's what I respect about the South still. So when you hear me talking about, niggas from New York fucking up the South, that's kind of what I'm talking about, because they come down to the South and they don't have that bond. They come down there with that slick bullshit, and the females from up north come down to the South with the bullshit, I really enjoyed seeing those Southern people bond, and I didn't give a fuck about some of the people who, well, I was trying to break it up. No, I was trying to run. Well, listen, when it's on, gunshot for everybody. We're worried about all that other shit later, but right now you're gonna catch these slugs. You feel me? I connected. Half of me connected. Go ahead.
Listen, man, let me say this. At the end of the day, we ain't got time to worry about who was right, who was wrong. You saw it right there in 4K, 3D, 1080, CCC TV, whatever you want to call it. We ain't got time for that.
Yeah.
If you outside at that moment and you saw him throw that hat up in the air like a bat signal,
right,
it was up. You knew what time it was.
Yeah.
And he went down like a soldier. He had like 4 or 5 cats on him. He never stopped. We got homie jumping in the water like Captain America. That made me so damn proud. I grabbed the Hennessy immediately when I saw that.
Yeah.
So, listen, I enjoy your show as always, man. Let me just say this.
Thank you, man.
There's a couple cowards out there that expose themselves tonight. Stay in the house. Look at primetime television. Enjoy what you do. Stay on that side. We'll handle outside.
Thank you, man. Thank you for the call. Thank you. Okay.
Yo.
Guys, I want you to check out Spirits on YouTube. Spirit, Smooth Tune. Spirit, are you out there? Do you want to call in? There's a link in my community section. Spirit has a really, really good collection and a catalog, if you will, of classic soul, jazz, adult contemporary music, a lot of good stuff on his YouTube channel. Go check him out, and we'll get him to call in whenever he has time, okay? Newt, I got your donation. Marty with the bad hair and honey bun. Okay, he's taking shots. Thank you, man. Good to hear from you. Is that Nug? Sit tight, Nug. You're up next. Hold on. Get Nug on the line. Chris, I got your other donation. Okay. I think I just spoke to you, Chris. Thank you for your call. Okay, hold on a second. Somebody sending me, what is this? Okay, I'll get to that later. Thank you. Pamela. Hi, Pamela. Nice to hear from you. It's been a long time. Yes, I'm back in New Jersey. Do I want to meet you in Atlantic City? Send me an email. Let's talk about it. Okay. Nice to hear from you. Area code 334. Is that Nug? N-U-G. Nug.
Oh, what's popping?
Hey, man. Good to hear from you. Where do you want to start, sir? You have the floor.
I just want to give a couple backstories.
Come on.
Promote the podcast, and
Okay.
I thank you for your time.
Yes, sir.
All right. Security guard / captain, the man named, I don't know his name, but he go by Dang Dang, D-A-N-G,
Okay.
D-A-N-G. Aquaman been getting cash apps, for real. He done asked people to stop sending him money, the swimming dude.
Right.
That's right. Dude with the chair, this is his backstory. His daughter was getting choked out. He went on a rampage.
Nice.
Point blank.
Nice. Yeah.
Dude did not get arrested. You can search for that as well. just wanted to give a couple backstories.
Okay.
The podcast, that's my take. We're going to relaunch.
Yeah, man.
I'm going to say like September 1st. I'm waiting on the mic. Like you told me, a couple other things.
Right.
We're going to get it popping.
Yeah, get your camera, listen, man, and jump from the frying pan into the fire. You can always go back and delete a show. Don't worry about all that, people people critiquing you. The way Star and Buck Wild started out was on public access television. We used to
I already know, bro. I'm 45, bro. I already know, bro.
We sat there with liquor all over the goddamn table. Bottles of liquor. We take a shot. If people called in from different boroughs, I had notes, and Buck Wild didn't know what the fuck to talk about, and that's how we learned. So, yeah, man, keep me posted whenever you post content. I appreciate you. And you said
I will, bro.
You said the guy who was hitting a white woman with the chair, they were choking his daughter, so that's why he got busy.
That's why he got busy. He did not get arrested. You can search it. You can research it. All the hoopla. I'm talking real stuff. I live right outside of Montgomery. I came in 96.
Nice.
Was in Montgomery for a long time. I moved out of Montgomery because it's wild as fuck, and I wanted my son in a better school district.
Okay.
I'm a real one. I don't have time to even be bullshitting on no damn phone and podcast, bro. That's some real shit you could get your researchers to look up, bro. Like,
thank you, Nook.
The people who did it had a little store in Selma. That store is closed down. The shit's crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gone. I appreciate it, bro.
Yes, sir.
That's my take. I did change the name to THAT like you told me. Appreciate it, Star.
Stay in touch. Thank you, Nook. Okay. All right. We had a consultation with regards to his YouTube channel. And folks, I still do consultations if you want to reach out. Send me an email. Not that I have all the answers, but I've lost 2 channels years ago. Oh, we had a channel that was crazy, but we were doing too much. Me and Houston, Kanowski, and a bunch of other people. Craig. Salute to my nigga Craig. Couldn't get the monetization back. I just said, fuck it. But anyway, the point is, I still do consultations. If I can help you, reach out and we'll talk about it, okay? Demetrius, are you on the line, sir? Area code 770, late night. Demetrius, good evening.
I'm here, Star. What's going on?
Talking about the race war. It's up. What say you, sir?
Oh, yeah. I called in a couple weeks ago. Like I said, I'm originally from Alabama.
Okay.
And just wanted to call back in and say, we took a loss a couple weeks ago with Carly, but I said, hey, get that goofy bitch up out of here. And I'm calling back in tonight to say that we still, when we talk about the real ones and like you said, crashing out, they still are in the South. I'm gonna talk my shit. When is the last time New York niggas crashed out like that? They'll crash out on each other.
Right.
But they let Eric Gardner get choked out on camera up in New York. So they talk shit about people from Alabama, people from the South. But like I said, all the real ones stayed and got their shit together down South. About the cowards and the ones that couldn't hack it, they ran north. But that's okay. We still love you. Love you. And until then, we down here, we know how to swim. We know how to swim, and we beating ass when it's necessary. And that's all I wanted to say.
Hey, I appreciate the call. Keep me posted with regards to the other things by way of what happened in Alabama, because I'm watching the news, as we all are. But this story is still picking up traction. They did a whole reenactment video of this. Did you see that?
I didn't see that, but Star, you got to understand, it's still pent up anger and aggression. Yes. I tell people, don't ever get it twisted.
Yeah.
Don't ever get it fucked up. I don't care how many biracial couples and whatever. I'll talk shit about whoever at the end of the day. And I tell people, if it come down to it and crashing out, be damned to everybody else.
Right.
Because like I said,
crashing out is a beautiful thing sometimes. So it's exhilarating.
Yeah. And they
fuck it and fuck everybody. Yeah.
Exactly. They still owe us. Don't ever get it fucked up at the end.
Right.
Don't let the button-down shirts and the fucking picket fence fool you. I'm still mad at you at the end of the day.
Okay.
So that fucking primal urge just got triggered with them folks down there. That's all.
Thank you for the call, man. Thank you.
We ain't forgave you yet.
Okay.
What the Jews say? Don't ever forget, or whatever they say. Hey,
forget.
yeah, us too.
Yeah.
Us too.
Thank you, man. Salute. Thank
All
you.
right, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay.
All right, salute.
That man was on hold for a while. I appreciate him holding. Wait a minute. Whoa. Florida Boy J, sit tight. You're up next. Sit tight. Florida Boy J, okay? Demetrius, thank you for holding. Okay, hold on, guys. I got to just check another folder here. Okay, nothing in that folder. Folks, please subscribe to Devious J on YouTube. That's his YouTube channel, @7Devious. Great content, okay? Great content. Tell him I sent you. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody here. Okay. Florida Boy J, you are going to be my last caller, sir. Thank you for your patience. Are you there, Florida Boy J?
Yeah, hey, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? It's only right that I finish this out.
Yes.
The right way.
Come on.
You know.
Come on.
Let's get down to business, man. First of all, Mo, that is my bro. I rock with Mo heavy. I got respect for Mo. And just because I disagree with what his point is tonight and how he's coming, I can understand his position, seeing as he's a man with a family, things to lose and whatnot. So I understand Mo. We don't need every nigga to crash out. We're going to need somebody to protect the kids, to teach the babies about the Warriors who went out and bust some skulls, and you know what I'm saying? It really went down for the count.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand Mo. Not everybody has to jump out, but at the same time, I do agree with Rory. If you see a nigga getting accosted, getting hands put on by anything other than a nigga, as long as he's not a tether or non-FBA, if he's non-FBA, he's a tether, hey, call his people to come help. But this is an FBA brother. This somebody jump out, put hands on, fight, and make sure nobody...
Hands and feet. Hands and feet they put on.
Yeah, and feet.
Shit.
Step out. Me, Star, I ain't got no kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing very well for myself. But I've been in jail 5 times. I don't mind crashing out, whooping ass. I done got a couple battery charges on me anyways. So getting into a fight with some niggas ain't nothing. Right. That's everyday. That's everyday shit.
Okay.
So I ain't calling nobody scared or anything. But like at the end of the day, dog, outside of most facts, anybody on this line talking about I'm gonna sit back, I'm gonna chill, I'm gonna wait to see what's going on. Nigga, just say you scared. Just say you're gonna fall to the knees of any non-black person that's trying to assume authority over you. Well, we've seen in Birmingham, because that was a prominent slave port, and a lot of white people was getting money in Birmingham by trading niggas, and that was the economy. It was only right that the spirit of the slaves came up out that water, out of that 16-year-old boy, and he put hands on niggas. It came out of that old-ass nigga who was slamming hoes with the chair like it's WWF. Came out of everybody. It was unified blackness, and I think, if you want to be honest, it scared a few niggas. Yeah. I think a few niggas seen...
It damn sure scared some niggas. It damn sure scared some niggas. Yes, it did.
It scared some niggas. Because it reminded them how close it is for you that if this went down, you going to be one of the niggas with the phone keying instead of getting in that water for your fellow black man.
Yeah.
Okay? That's what I got. And salute to Rory. Rory, like I said, once again, Rory, he was speaking some sense tonight.Ry had great points, and I agree with what Rory was saying, man. Rory had some good points. So, salute to what he had to say.
Okay.
And outside of that, we're going to wrap this up with Skip Bayless and the Richard Sherman situation.
Yeah.
Richard Sherman is a Stanford graduate. Richard Sherman is one of the fastest talking intellectual athletes we've seen in the last 10 to 15 years.
Okay.
And I think he's only coming on that show to give Skip Bayless that work and to knock him off that platform, and for Fox Sports to eventually give him that debate show. That's what I think.
That's a good point.
Regardless of Skip's pull, he told Skip 10 years ago, I'm better at life than you, and I'll prove it. And it's coming full circle that Skip has to turn to him to save his career. So salute to another black man, another FBA scholar, in Richard Sherman from Compton, man.
Thank you, man. Yes, sir. Okay.
You have a great night, Star.
You too. Thank you. Okay. Florida boy Jay tapping in. Okay, folks, thank you for your support, and I hope that you have been entertained and somewhat enlightened. I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to, as soon as they come out with that Tory Lanez sentencing, I will be live, okay? In the meantime, please go check out Spirit Smooth Tunes on YouTube. And Spirit, let's get you back on the line one day this week, man, when you get time. And also in my community section, we've got some other banners and sponsors. If you yourself want to be a sponsor, reach out via email, and let's do a custom promo package that reaches a certain target demo, okay? Take care. Good night.